It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Browns and the Bills. And it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
On a gorgeous late summer afternoon, it's time for football from Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly, you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Boy, nearly intercepted right away. Now Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. I still find it utterly unbelievable that this guy was unsigned heading into the year. Now here he is throwing passes for his new mates.
And my hat's off to their front office. You know, from the GM to the personnel department, they identified the guy that they wanted, needed, and found a way to make the deal.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Alvin Kamara, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of...
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. But there aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. From the 35, here's second down at a yard. Here's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. He'll return it from the 6. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with the first. To throw, it's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. On the move past the 40. Look at the big fella go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Travis Kelsey, 74 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
We'll go. Allen going to get it quickly out to Coleman. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jamar Chase, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Now Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over to the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
21-0 our score after one. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Samuel in motion. Now Allen. Open man is Samuel, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Allen to throw once more. Dancing to his left. There's the stiff arm. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now this time, Allen will throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Check. Roll.
The kick by Bass is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. The Browns drive about to get started.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that 1-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Taron Johnson made the stop. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down at 7. Now here's Mahomes. Flushed out right.
And he'll find Chase on the right side, complete.
And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Mahomes now to throw.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
In the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
What's that? What's that?
Here's Allen to throw it. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
What's that?
Allen going to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Christopher Dunn on for the extra point.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Flush to his right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
That penalty is declined.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. To the air, Allen. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Allen.
That's complete. Demario Douglas with it.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing now is Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Coleman. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Samuel in motion.
Allen now looks to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal.
He connected on his first, this from 41.
The kick by Bass is good.
And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin with as good a rivalry as there's been the last decade or so. Baltimore playing host to their AFC North rivals, Pittsburgh. And it's the Ravens who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Zay Flowers, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Michael Penix with a touchdown pass. We just watched a solid first half from the veteran running back, Alvin Kamara. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half. Because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. To throw, it's Allen. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Now Allen off the bootleg. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Travis Kelce. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Browns have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into week 2. This has been an impressive week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Now done for the extra point.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
So done now, following the score. Back out to send this away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
From the gun, it's Allen. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Coleman, the man in motion left. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Allen. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Buffalo. This is taken around the 12. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. Now the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
Yellow. What's that?
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Brought down by Ed Oliver. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Again, they turn to Ford. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here's 3rd and 7.
What's that?
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Hey, Sunday, on Sunday.
On the ground, it's Ford. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. They run with Ford. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Yellow. Hey, yellow. Hey, go going. What's that?
Kamara up the middle. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator is going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're...
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Alvin Kamara, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Here's Dunn now as he'll run up and send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Alert! Look out!
Coleman, the man in motion right.
What's that?
Now Allen. Coleman has it here right side.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This offense so far on third down, just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 4.
Look out.
Now Allen. Being chased out. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Za'Darius Smith in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is fielded at the 27.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
The visitors' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
They run it again with Kamara. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So the Browns. Possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Yellow. Watch out.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The Browns send out their punter now. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They run. It's Kamara. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Browns.
Fall down these two.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Cleveland, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they obviously fall to